I don't know if you all remember BBT. So apparently she called dad with a phone, who I didn't know who he was, but I went over there.
Listen, I know that I have been that I know personally. This is me personally that Deb and Mommy Ramblings went on and talked about me and said some things about me that just weren't true.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm not a big fan of what she's doing. They're running hardcore background checks on people.
That person that creator aired on that person, the other person from Boston. It was a very calculated phone call. That's why she picked that person. She goes, "Oh, you don't know her? Well, I know you know J is for Justice."
A very calculated phone call? I don't know him. You said yourself I didn't know he was going to put my phone call up. And that's why I picked her? No, I picked her. Well, you'll find out why I picked her, because you relentlessly talk about her like everybody else, Carolyn. So I didn't pick her. You did.
I know you know her.
I listened to it myself, and it.
I've been determined to exonerate myself.
I don't know what you listened to, Diane, or whose video you heard. You were very confident in ridiculing me again, okay? So now pay attention, because I never once accused Science Girl or J for Justice. Last night, you dragged me again after I begged you to leave me alone. And you hate me because Carolyn does. That's the reason, the only reason.
And Carolyn is Mommy Ramblings. Is that who that is?
Okay. Yep. You go, this person, Deb.
This lady, Deb,
says, I have this from this friend, Deb, who's doing background checks.
What she said was it was Science Girl and J for Justice that were doing extensive background.
You go, this person, Deb.
This lady, Deb.
And apparently this one, Deb,
was running background checks on people illegally. She
all the not information, has the resources that she can do all these background checks.
Put out into the universe that Science Girl and J for Justice are doing extensive background checks on people. No, well, that's just crazy. No. But but this is what I'm saying. When you have oh my God, when you have people like BBT, you're just going to go around in circles.
Jenna, never happened. BBT ran it.
I forget where she works, but she can do them.
To them, keep over there saying that I ran background checks.
And they're doing that, and this Chris Stark has a lot of databases and everything.
No, it's your friend BBT that did a background check on Jenna.
But Carolyn viciously denies it. She lies constantly, that woman.
Jenna, not me. I did nothing to Jenna.
That she has access to all these background checks that can get her a lot of information.
It's a perfect example of how rumors get started and people talk about what they don't know or understand.
Did say, I think she said something to the effect that Mommy Ramblings has people working for her, blah, blah, blah. And maybe.
Are you out of your mind, Diane? I mean, both? You're accusing me of has people working for her? What the hell are you talking about? And you're spreading rumors about your own friends with Jeff. I mean, both Carolyn and J for Justice and Science Girl. You're the only one that's talking about it relentlessly.
He said something like, "Here, you can have it. I'll let you have." She wanted to charge him money for it. And
Sean Cookie that no, Oney Ramblings does not dox people, and
they keep opening up another account. 10 things not to do.
So listen to this, Diane and Jeff. She doesn't dox. She talks about the inside of my basement. Okay, she describes the color of the rug, the wood paneling, the Atari that I sold 2 years ago, an old Atari. I mean, and I'm a stalker, and I'm creepy, and I won't leave her alone, right, Diane? Leave Mommy Ramblings alone? Listen to what she describes, okay? This is the inside of my house she's never seen. And I never told her about it. I go in my basement, which she's aware, so that my kids never hear how somebody treats me. You guys.
If you want to be a successful troll. Like, why go through all that to just get kicked out in 1 minute, right? If they knew something, they would be a successful troll. They would go in and they would do different things. But I'm not going to tell them what to do. Oh, the top 10, right? Yeah. They have no creativity. They should at least, you know, if they went in, they really wanted to do some trolling, you know, they would doing a little bit in, they invest the time anyway, right? Every single night. They should have invested it, if they really want to be a good troll, someone that you think is okay, right? They come in, they're interacting, and then they're doing like this little trolling that's really, because what are they trolling for?
And she catches herself. What are they trolling for? She caught herself basically doing what I know she does every single night, which I'll explain later, okay? You can buy subs. You can buy, they're called live views. You have to buy them in sums of, by the $100 for 5 of them. They last 48 hours. I'll explain that soon. Listen to what she's saying. You're not a pro troll. You're an asshole, okay? There's a difference, Carolyn. God, anyone that's proud to be able to troll, listen to her.
They're not getting it. They're just getting, you know, they are definitely starved for attention. We know that. I don't get it either, but it's just that they have no life. That's why they're trolls. That's why they live under a bridge or their uncle's basement. The brown paneling and the old Atari. Doesn't make any sense to troll, but you can't fix stupid.
I would suggest that you just stop. Walk away.
Everything you need to get started being a troll. Shag carpet. Orange shag.
And that's my basement. I have a light orange shag rug, okay? Brown paneling wall. It's horrible, okay? And my daughter's 7 years old and she has a lava lamp. She even mocks that. How did she see it? The background of a video one time. She's sick.
Some lava lamps too.
We might as well keep going on the disturbing. This is probably the worst thing I've ever heard, okay? I guess it's everything else is public. Even Diane's well aware, because I begged her to leave me alone in an email that she mocked me about. Even that. She tells me to leave her alone. Okay, I sent her a cease and desist. I asked her numerous times very, very kindly to leave me alone. Okay, I have an upcoming trial, my second custody trial, okay? It's a horrible, I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Okay, I mean, my second custody trial in 4 years. You don't know the amount of money I'm spending. You don't know the amount of energy I'm putting in. You don't know the fear, okay, the sickness to have to do this. And am I a victim? Before you drag me on that? No, I'm not a victim. Carolyn will make fun of me crying. Okay, I'm not crying. Don't worry, Carolyn. And yes, she does make fun of me crying. She alleges that I cry. Says that I'm a victim. I'm not a victim. My kids are victims, okay? And you're the one, Diane, that over and over says, don't bring kids into this. And I told you specifically, please, please. And look what you did. Look what you did last night in a response to me, all of that asking you over and over to don't do it. You lied for 4 hours. Oh, sorry, 2 hours. And now listen to what Carolyn says coming up. Listen to what she said repeatedly on lives. Okay, this used to be my friend. Okay, Diane, this is now your friend.
You don't touch my kids. You don't go after my kids.
Can they lose?
Of their children. I don't know if their ex-spouse, maybe they've lost custody already. I don't know. My kids are off limits. Yes, I'm sure it doesn't, if they're in a custody battle, it's not going to go good that they're making death threats or they're doing this stuff. Have more record. Brought my kids into it too. Even kids aren't off limits for Jules.
About not doing that if you're worried about custody battles.
Not going into real life, etc. This is why, because this is the kind of stuff that ends up happening. And then these poor kids have to live with that.
Yes, I'm sure it doesn't, if they're in a custody battle, it's not.
One more thing, Carolyn, since you have literally accused me over and over and over, at least 4 times with Diane, that I've gone after your kids. I make fun of your kids. I hurt you. Everything. I bombed your kids' school. I called in a death. Everything. Show me your evidence. I have mine because it's you. Now show me yours. You don't show shit, okay? You say you do. You don't. So I'm going to show you mine. Show me where I have dragged your kids and made fun of your kids. In fact, I have other evidence too. You have not stopped with my kids, and that proved it. That's your voice, publicly, over and over. That's sick.
Going to go good that they're making death threats.
How to really just to defend myself. I mean, I've been dragged through, all of YouTube before I even got a chance to, survive because she's got 20,000 followers, and that was her target.
So you're
because I don't know any of these people. So she was like, like Critical K. I have tons of shit on her, but
think that she was working with Oney swatting people?
I don't know.
That Alicia and Jay for Justice are doing background checks.
And she said she's never told a lie. And then Oney came on and said he knows Marissa.
Yeah.
And Oney, she was all over Oney.
And she's never even told one little fib about anything. Are you freaking kidding me? Oney, you little...
That Alicia and Jay for Justice are doing background checks.
Carolyn saying, Jay for Justice is an opportunist.
See, this is what I mean about him and Jay for Justice. They're a bunch of opportunists.
You're an opportunist. They're teaming up with her thinking she's going to, oh
I'm
my
not behind
gosh,
you, stop,
what an
okay?
opportunist. Oh, I doubt anybody would believe this. I don't think
Nothing but I don't even know what an opportunist is.
Dad with the phone believes this now after he saw the chat.
What do you have on Critical K?
Oh my God, so much crap. All this stuff that Carolyn claims to know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not.
And then way, way early on, probably back in January, when she had that podcast, that crazy podcast.
And she needs to stop spreading all of these rumors.
That Jay for Justice and that Karen Almond Joy. I did an episode about how they were bashing Shanann. And I actually recreated the podcast they had with all 3 of them.
What's happening at Sierra? She's burning more and more bridges.
Speaking the way they did. And back then, when she used to say something, she used to go,
Now with this thing that he aired, you can see how dirty she is.
And she doesn't do it now. I don't think she does it since I pointed it out there.
So it just shows what kind of person she is. And I'll take Laura Keck any day of the week. More and more people are seeing, and you see it over and over and over again. Okay? Because she'd say, oh yeah, did you say something about me when I came in your live and I took it over and you said something in a private conversation and you vented to a friend? Yeah, I understand, Carolyn. It was like just a dirty game.
I did see the other one. She's going on some trip and telling how she gets all dolled up for her ex-husband. And she's driving 12 hours. And she had been up all day, right? She reminds me of the guy that did my tile here in the kitchen, who's chomping on Adderall or something close to it.
She was on Diane's. She wouldn't get up there. They put out this restraining order. They showed it was bogus and all this stuff. She is really lost. Telling me better take it down and blah, 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 blah. So I downloaded it immediately and I sent it right to the FBI agent. Because anything she does like that, when she says something like, oh, the FBI knows, created by Officer Magnan and Sergeant Magnan, excuse me. Whenever she makes claims like that, the reporter going to say, what happened? Who threatened you? Where'd you hear that from? Just like she made a claim that the officer, did you know that this woman took private conversations and put them out there and she's going to get in trouble for that? In one of the police stations, that like she made it sound like she was in cahoots with him and that he was telling her things about, you know, like already with the FBI and the U.S. Attorney General's office, and she just doesn't care. The FBI, the agent I deal with, had to go there and investigate. And I've already called the police and to the other one because she was already being investigated. That sergeant.
You do know this is true crime platform, right? You just did the same shit. All you do is talk about the FBI and it's all lies. You know that how would you know if the FBI went investigated a sergeant because of my comment on YouTube that I didn't even show it? Where is it, Carolyn? And they told you? Okay, Carolyn. So, boy, you talk about narcissism. I hate that word, but I guess when the shoe fits. Yeah, you're so relevant that the FBI called you to tell you about me, right? But yet all you do is talk about the FBI. They don't react to your... I can't even.
So you think he appreciated that because of her stupid comment? No, he didn't.
About things that they say, if they don't really know what's going on, to not even talk about it unless you have the facts 100%.
I'll talk to Molly Golightly any day of the week.
You should just become a life coach because you could get $100 an hour and you can bill the insurance for that too. You should ask Golightly how you could get into that. And did you notice that she deleted her videos, the one from London and the one from Italy? I wonder why.
Because Molly Golightly would say, Carolyn, yeah.
No, that's not the same thing. Not at all. People die from that one. Oh, she had a gastric sleeve, not a gastric bypass. No. Gastric sleeve.
Because Molly Golightly would say, Carolyn, yeah. That's crazy, right?
Now she's denying the gastric bypass. She's a freaking liar.
No.
Trying to say everything that I say. Then she says she's going to do a 24-hour live.
Yeah. Everybody was saying it. Yes, I'm sure it doesn't, if they're
and working for someone behind the scenes. No, it's all right. She emailed me and she said blah 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 blah.
No, wrong again, Diane. I didn't email you and say blah 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 blah. I emailed you and begged you relentlessly to leave me alone, to stop putting my name in your title of your video. You called me out on a bunch of fucking lies with Tweety, whatever her name is, the worst troll that you deemed dangerous, told everyone you put me in with her. Okay, Diane, and for what reason? Because Carolyn hates me. That's the only reason. You have no other reason. None. I've asked you 3 or 4 times, maybe 5. I've been in 3 videos of yours. 3, okay? That's not including the first one. 3 that I begged you to leave me alone. I asked you take my name out. Please take my name out. You mock me. I sent you a cease and desist. You wrote back, you lose the whatever your legal nonsense jargon. You are out of your mind. If you think I'm gonna fuck up my kid's trial for this, you're not. I am going for real life. You brought it to real life. I told you you put this into my real life. My trial. I don't need this shit. I asked you nicely. You mocked me. You went worse. So, don't worry. I'm done after this. I'm so done with YouTube. I want no part of this. And yes, it's real life. And it's not a threat, so don't get excited.
And working for someone behind the scenes. That's how that's how rumors do get started. And it's not good to do that. Everything that she says, I don't know. I don't know her personally. She said that she used to come to my channel and enjoyed it, but then I got caught up in all of this shit.
Wrong again, Diane. You didn't get caught up in it. You put yourself in it, either directly by Carolyn asking you. You went in to Wendy V's. You wrote me a comment and asked about the restraining order. I sent it to you, emailed it to you. Okay. You asked me to go on when I said that couldn't go on because it was too late in the night. You said to me, "Oh wait, because you don't have the proof." You pulled me right in, admittedly. Okay, then that was probably the worst night of my life. I know. Go ahead. I can imagine you mocking me. And then, okay, you didn't get caught up in this shit. You did. Look. Casbat did the same thing for. Notice Carolyn doesn't go on her own channel. How come? Notice she doesn't comment to me. She doesn't write to me. She under her own name. I'm talking about. I know she does under these fake aliases. It's pretty obvious. I'll deal with that later. But did you notice that? Where's Casbat now? She's not fucking around with that anymore. No way. You put yourself into this, okay? I told you from the minute you did, don't do it. Big mistake. It's legal. Don't do it. And now look, and I won't leave you around alone. That's your next comment. She won't leave me alone. Wow.
And now she just never leaves me alone.
Right.
So I didn't know who he was either, but I was glad that I found him because I got to listen to, and now she just never leaves me alone.
Right.
So BBT talking shit again, and I wanted people to know that what she said was not true, and now she just never leaves me alone.
Right.
They just had no foundation in them, but Mommy Ramblings allowed that to go ahead and happen in her channel.
On email, and then she said, "You're lying. I never said that." And I said, "No, you're lying because here's the stream and here's the timestamp where you said it." And then boom, she never emailed me again because I'm not lying.
So first it's she won't leave me alone, okay? Because later on you tell me to stay out of your emails, okay? And then when I don't email you back, I leave you alone, quote unquote. You go up there and you accuse me of the reason I didn't email you is because I was guilty. Fuck you, Diane. Fuck you hard, okay? You go look at your little timestamp. I didn't accuse J for Justice, and I didn't accuse Science Girl. I accused Carolyn and Deb, okay? Because it's true. You heard it with your friend's voice. So there you go. All right? So no, let's get it straight, okay? Let's correct the record. Because you don't like to be called a liar. Guess what? I don't either. So I was busy last night with a custody trial like I fucking told you. You don't have a clue, Diane, but thanks. Thanks a lot.
I said, do not.
This came to me because Mommy Ramblings allowed Deb to go on there and do her thing. Obviously, Deb and Mommy Ramblings.
Her name wasn't even brought up in the.
This woman, to be clear with this woman, she feels attacked, and she has a legit feeling that these women have attacked her. And
Thank you, Dad with the phone. And it's not a legit feeling, it's the truth. Now that you have seen it, okay? You don't know how much that validation helped. All right, I didn't think that it would help this much, but it did. Okay, so you're right. I do feel like I've been attacked because I have, and relentlessly for no reason. Lies, all lies. God.
so
You can't pacify her because she's a sick person. I
have done some other stuff to other people, and I let you guys judge that. I'm not saying
don't do that. Okay? So they'll do anything to keep their lies as their truth.
that everything this woman is saying is true. I'm not saying that any of it's true. A lot of you have jumped on here and been like, that lady's crazy. Well, we all have a little crazy in us.
Now pay attention to how Carolyn describes Dad with the phone's reaction to the chat, okay? Now notice what she says. The chat comes up. Because that's what I'm telling you. When you infiltrate the chat with fake comments that consider this, okay? Dad with the phone didn't know I was calling. He didn't know me. I didn't know he was going to record my phone call and put it all alive, okay? So between the two of us, didn't know each other, didn't know this. He didn't even know Carolyn and didn't even never heard of her, okay? And yet he had hundreds of, okay, only haters of mine that infiltrated his. How did they know? How did all these random subs know that have never been around before ever, have no subs, no activity? How did they know? I looked every one of them up. None of them were in the live. None are in the live that are in the comments, because that's different purchase plans. You can't buy live comments and buy comments into your in the comment section. That's not the same unless you buy a package deal, but that's expensive. So I'll show you that later. But yeah, no. And Diane's is the same. All you have to do is, it's called patterns. It's data. I mean, I'm obsessed with data. Unfortunately for them, I'm obsessed with data. It is my career. I'm a behavior analyst. Okay, I have 2 master's degrees, despite the relentless mocking that Jeff does and Carolyn does and everybody else of not being able to understand what I write and everything, because this is real world, right? It's not. Okay, so yeah, I mean, God, I mean, even how I write, if I make a spelling error, that's what they go to. When you have nothing else, you attack that. God forbid if anybody has a learning disability or struggles. I hope your kids are perfect. I hope the karma doesn't come, because it's, oh God, it's just, I never, 40 years old and I'm being bullied for the first time.
When the chat starts coming up and they start saying, oh, no, we know this lady, she's cray-cray, she's crazy. Then he started to change, his face changed. And he knew she had played him. Because she have more record.
And just because you're a little crazy doesn't mean you can't produce some good content. I don't know the legalities of that. I do know if you run a background check and then try to use that information against someone, that there are some legal ramifications that they could face.
That she was saying a lot of ridiculous things, and I did address that tonight. So maybe, maybe.
And like, even though we try to look at this YouTube world as it's kind of like not reality, there is a portion of it that affects people. There is a portion that is reality.
Yes, I'm sure it doesn't. If they're in a custody battle, it's not going to go good that they're making death threats or they're doing this stuff
to people. And so like, this woman feels like her life has been attacked and that these women have done it. So
yes, I'm sure it doesn't. If they're in a custody battle, it's not going to go good that they're making death threats or they're doing this stuff. Have more record. I'm going to sit for 6 hours a day and slander someone. You can't pacify her because she's a sick person. I don't do that. Okay? So they'll do anything to keep their lies as their truth. She makes videos about bullying.
Her husband works in some he's a federal government something. That came from Mama Ramlin.
Yep. Yep. Like they could get screwed. I mean,
Dad with the phone that Alicia and Jay for Justice had done intense background checks on her.
She must be doing it.
Affected her credit rating.
My only recovery would have been the damages of pulling my credit. That was it at the time. She's talking about everybody. Like, who else does she talk about? Just a ton of people. I'll show you some of the stuff I have. I'll send it to you. You'd be able to make, because I have her going like this. It's horrible.
Which, she didn't have anything to do with Oney at all.
You think that she was working with Oney swatting people?
I don't know.
But then we have BBT over here at the Dad with the Phone guy the other day mentioning, or
think that she was working with Oney swatting people?
I don't know.
Trying to strongly imply that perhaps Carolyn
I don't know.
was also involved with Oney in the scamming and doxing.
Think that she was working with Oney swatting people?
Okay, Jeff, are we good now? You getting it? You starting to pick up on this? All right, Diane, how about you? Okay? She's not who she says she is. Isn't it funny that she doesn't use her platform? Why? Why not? Why doesn't she panel up on yours, Diane? Oh, because of me, right? You blamed fucking me. Of course you did. In the legal shit. You are such like her. I mean, give me a break. And then I wasn't part of the next 2 lives that I wouldn't leave you alone, and you had to make me your title and go make more lies. I mean, Jesus Christ. And then, okay, she didn't go up then either. Her husband went up for her and spoke about me. And why was it that time me? Was that legal reasons too? She's never panels up. She never does. And she's got 20,000 subs. She's not afraid. So what is it, Diane? What is it? Okay? She has no problem making Casbat did the same thing. Casbat's channel was all about fighting me for her. Every piece of it. Who do you think when Casbat's the one that gave me sent the fake text. Technically, she sent it. Okay? She posted it. That's what the FBI said. She created it. Guess who else did, Diane? You. You did too, because you posted it public in your live stream. She did not. You did. I asked you not to, and you did. For her. I can't help you. Sorry, I tried.
And she said that I swatted, because she's actually saying that I did this, not that she thinks I did it, or no, I did this.
First she said I threatened her.
Oh, it looks like I just got a threat by text. I would suggest you stop immediately. You've succeeded. So many hours of content telling people to gang up on her. What the hell? We're prepared for your... I'm not even... Massachusetts number 978. It's not worth my time, your bet. Okay, and I'm going to call the police in a minute if she doesn't stop. Keep texting and I'll give it to the police and they'll put it in the report with everything else. Okay? People were calling cops just for kicks.
Like at 3:30 in the morning, you mean?
And then, oh yeah, it's going to continue because the person is serious issues. You know who it is, the person that's been threatening me all along. Me? I think you're going to have to get the police on the line.
You don't have to be concerned about
So
that.
they swatted you?
Yeah, bad.
Because I'm getting freaking threats coming through that I should stop immediately if I know it's good for me.
Why?
Just got a text.
What?
From the,
what are they saying? Who is this?
Not that this one. Okay. Desperate need of attention, yeah.
But you're not doing that though.
I'm not going to stop immediately.
But you're not ganging up on anybody. You're not telling anybody.
No, of course not. No, absolutely not,
know,
Jimmy.
right?
It's all lies.
Huh?
Or am I? Okay, it's all
Of course
lies.
you're not.
All right. She needs to be in a mental.
Don't bother this stuff.
It's just they cannot go on with. They just can't freaking stop. They are obsessed with our every single move. She is sick. Anybody that does this kind of thing is sick. Now she's claiming that we're ganging up on her. Ganging up. And we better stop it immediately, right now, if we know it's good for us. It's kind of sad. Very, very sick. It's more than sad. It's really sick. Oh, I know it doesn't make sense because she doesn't make sense when she writes. He just read it and says it doesn't even make sense. Why don't you just freaking come up here because we'll put an end to it right now.
During her live, it wasn't even me. Threatened her, okay? And then she said...
They sent Carolyn the message when she was on a live the other night that she was dying.
And then she said I wasn't going to live through the night and commit suicide.
That BBT was dying.
Oh, it looks like I just got a threat by text.
So, like I said, we had to call a welfare checkout. So, obviously the stress level attached to that is enormous. This is somebody who used to be my friend before she threatened my friend. And
there are fragile people in these communities.
Diane, that BBT was dying, and threatened me and did all sorts of underhanded stuff.
Swatting, like 3:30 in the morning. I am waking up my kids.
Yeah, threatened Jay Bells in the same text. Threatened me, threatened Carolyn.
Just saying, she needs to stay out of my emails.
Nobody even proofreads it for her. Either they've, all seen she's a loose cannon. Nobody wants to even be associated with her. But she does the exact opposite. Just let me finish, so they know why I said what I said. And I'll take Laura Keck any day of the week, okay? Because she'd say, oh yeah, did you say something about me when I came in your live and I took it over and you said something in a private conversation and you vented to a friend? Yeah, I understand, Carolyn. See,
I did see the other one. She's going on some trip and telling how she gets all dolled up for her ex-husband. And she's driving 12 hours. And she had been up all day, right? She reminds me of the guy that did my tile here in the kitchen, who's chomping on Adderall or something close to it.
That I was jealous of her. That's what she's doing. So many
Honey.
people depend.
My goodness, Mommy Rambling's blog is against any drama. She does only crime. Oh, well, that's why.
So many people depend on it, and they just want to destroy it.
Just forget about it. You get
They're
off
just
the,
jealous.
you get off the phone.
Mommy, people are jealous of this channel because everyone likes you.
I mean,
so
it'll be okay.
damn jealous.
Try
Likes you. Michelle, I know that, and it's really sad. And it's sad.
That I was jealous of her. That's what she's doing.
Okay.
That's all I can say. It's sad, and you really have to pity and pray for those people because they really need help.
Everyone.
And this is just, for whatever reason it is, it's either someone playing games.
And those were the threats, that I was going to be standing alone. I didn't have one friend on YouTube, that every single one of the subscribers went to this person and told them how much they hate me. And that person was the only one defending me. Yeah, that was really sad, and I have the sound bites for all of this.
And there it is, kids. Notice what she did not mention, her legacy of a death threat. I mean, let's face it, she wouldn't just forget about it, right? No, you see, because that's what I've been saying all along, guys. And I just found that, okay? I've been saying all along, when I said sarcastically, call the police, yeah, that was a threat. It was because I was referring to, watch those subs dip, baby. I don't have a channel, you do. In fact, I was threatening her channel is what I was doing. I was saying, watch, you're going to lose your... Everyone, Carolyn would rather die than lose subs, so we don't have to worry about that. You know, that. The worst threat was to her channel, not her life, okay? So anyone that knows Carolyn, like I did... okay, or did, whatever. I don't know her. She's obviously, she didn't know herself. But, okay, I assure you, the channel is worse.
So, just know that. All these letters, these hard copy letters that I sent to all the subs, did you get one? Did you get one? This is what she said. Hard copy letters.
Why don't you just freaking come up here because we'll put an end to it right now.
What about the recording of BBT when she goes off on Mommy Rambling?
Yeah, we played that last week.
Yeah, we played that last week.
That
was a pretty threatening recording.
Do you keep a gun downstairs? Downstairs? Yes, I've got one right at my feet. I'm serious, though.
Yeah, I don't understand.
You heard the death threats on the other thing.
And I just have to aim for the chest. Just aim for the chest.
I've seen her several times. She just doesn't seem like the type of person to make threats.
No girl's going to give me a cattle prod. So I can be like the Handmaid's Tale. Right in the neck. There is an active report with the New York State Police. If I see her anywhere in New York State by me, I just have to call them and they will arrest her based on her threats to me. Because I have an affidavit with them. She comes into New York, anywhere near me, she will be arrested. Get that voltage amped up there. I have pepper spray. I have pepper spray right on my keychain. I have pepper spray.
She has zero proof that Carolyn ever threatened her.
And, you know, believe me, she doesn't want to come up here to this house.
Those of us that know her very well know the integrity is on her side. Carolyn is not just a YouTuber per se.
Oh, MH, 100%, I will do it.
Okay, so again, we don't know who that's directed to.
Girl's going to give me a cattle prod.
That's why you need to make sure before you call someone out,
so I can be like the Handmaid's Tale.
No, she's not directing it to anyone.
Right in the neck.
She's saying cowgirl or something. She's saying cowgirl is going to give her a cattle prod. Someone is saying they're going to give her one.
Right in the neck.
Correct, Carolyn?
Right in the neck.
And something that you have the facts 100% that, the person that you're, stating made this statement out of their mouth. You need to prove it.
Why don't you just freaking come up here because we'll put an end to it right now.
So just everybody be careful with when you hear information that you don't repeat it unless you know 100%.
Carolyn is not just a YouTuber per se.
I was new on YouTube and maybe I didn't know who I could trust and who I couldn't. Lesson learned, but that's what I was doing, venting to someone who was baiting me with this.
She is a professional blogger. She's been at this for 20 some years.
It's just when you were new on Twitter, yeah, it happens, Mama Ames. It happens to, I think, all new YouTubers. You don't know, and so. Yeah, someone does something and you might vent about them, and then there's people that save that stuff or get that stuff intentionally to use it as blackmail. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Until BBT got my phone number from someone and called me all day long.
I'm going to say this right now. I am so sick of being yelled at by Jeff. Jeff, don't speak to me again anywhere. Don't write to me. Don't speak to me. And you know what? Shame on you, Diane, because you and Wendy was there at the stuff. Wait till you hear how he screams at me, and wait till you read the texts. Once again, he lies. Yesterday, I almost fell over, Diane, when you said, I'm going to cry. When you said, okay, on your panel, I don't feel like going to get the clip, that to Pookie, you stopped Jeff from yelling, and you told Jeff, which was very honorable. I liked hearing you say this. I agree. I don't like hearing men scream at women. Okay, so you stopped him. You told him to calm down. You guys sat there through this whole thing and let him do this until I had to virtually hang up the phone to make him stop, okay? And then you yelled at me, Diane, you went, oh, BBT, what'd you hang up for? Like I'm supposed to sit here for this. I mean, I don't even deserve not to be yelled at. I mean, but we got the new YouTube rules, right, Diane, right? Oh, we all got no bullying.
How did you get my phone number? How did you get my phone number, BBT? That's a bunch of crap. You have a very aggressive demeanor when you're speaking normally. I don't know. It wasn't my girlfriend. It was a lady that I was speaking to that helped get my dad a flag for his memorial service. Gave her my phone number one day. And I was supposed to talk to that girl that day. Instead, BBT ambushes me with text and says, hey, you're calling for something. I'm like, who is this? And all of a sudden, instead of talking to the intended person to thank her for something, BBT is on my phone in my own home.
I know you're a very busy person, but I put a video up, I don't know, a week or so ago about how gossip is like dung beetles. The dung beetles they crawl in that big pile of poop and just start making poop meatballs over the place, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then all of the dung beetles jump on it like, yeehaw! And
I didn't know who he was either, but I was glad that I found him because I got to listen to BBT talking shit again, and I wanted people to know that what she said was not true. And then she emailed me again, random guy Jack.
I feel so sorry for you.
No, it's all right. She emailed me and she said blah 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 blah.
I related that to gossip.
Blah 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 blah.
Because to me, that's the same thing as people jumping on a pile of dung and just rolling it, and the ball gets bigger and bigger.
Blah 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 blah.
Do you keep a gun downstairs? Downstairs, yes. I've got one right at my feet. I'm serious, though.
Yeah, I don't understand.
You heard the death threats on the other thing.
And I just have to aim for the chest. Just aim for the chest.
I want Save Robbie to know. Save Robbie, if you can hear me, BBT had, you know your guy Justin that was making fun of you. She loved him.
That door and that complex from the Save Robbie trip. That is the complex we were at. How stupid is this guy as an attorney? He's going off. He needed the private investigators to find this? This is in the discovery, and he thinks she still lives there? This is scary.
Right.
But she should have just done regular videos if that was her issue. She didn't have to go and bring it to the public and then say, oh, it's not that I want you to give me super chat money. What did you even mention it for? Okay? You're making no sense, Jules, and I really think she came unhinged. And I really think she came unhinged.
You must be venting, right? A private conversation where somebody illegally recorded you. Are you venting? Right? You venting, right? You're a fucking liar. A liar. You are.
But you'll notice there's a lot of creators that have lives.
BBT's the badass here and all this, and I mean, she's bad news, and
their lives hardly get any views after the fact.
really, really bad news.
My lives aren't like that, and the reason being is that
And if anybody gets mixed
Nobody
up with her,
even knows
I don't
how
know.
bad she is.
I try to do something, even in the live, bring something in a live
No, but this is just crazy to do the stuff she's been doing.
that people can go back and watch and go through. And I know they're long, but they still get views.
So, Jimmy said,
You know, it's bad enough when your ex-friend lies, okay, or anyone lies. It's 10 times worse when someone else knows you lie, okay, and they lie for you, or they let you lie, okay. And she relentlessly talks about my friends supporting me, helping me, because I shouldn't be acting the way she does. Jimmy, you should be ashamed of yourself, okay? Get your life help, obviously. And this isn't even half of what shit I have. I have 10 times more. I didn't even put out the bad shit, okay? So go get her help. She needs it. Oh, she doesn't. She's just a bitch.
I mean, you could sit there and say, Carolyn done all these things all you want, but I'm
Jimmy
right here.
said, if you want to go, we'll go. But I have to tell you,
But I'm right here with her. I know what she's done. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I have a horrible feeling.
Guess what? BBT, you could say whatever you want. Mom, she hasn't done anything. And then you're just like...
So he says...
Guess what? BBT, you could say whatever you want. Mom, she hasn't done anything. And then you're just like, acting like she just did something.
All right, I have to say this. Stop calling her mom, okay? Mummy was worse. Don't call her mom, okay? Don't. Ugh. Mom and mummy, don't call. I don't care what her screen name is. It's creepy. And yeah, she does do stuff. And wait till you guys hear this. You know, she's not drama. Look at what she's alleging. This is why she didn't go to court. Jimmy says, okay?
I can see her jumping out at you, like crouching behind something, waiting for you, jumping out at you. And I can see, and this is what scared the life out of me.
But I'm right here with her. I know what she's done. I don't even know what you're talking about. You know? You know?
He said this on his own. So, Jimmy said,
But I'm right here with her. I know what she's done. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I can see her scratching your face or cutting your face and then say, look at her face, I did that.
And I didn't bring this stuff out. We're talking about the threats that are on Casbot's video. Jimmy was always the one, don't bring it out. Did you see that one? Out. Don't bring it out. That's the one we're talking about. And I didn't. It's on the community page. If you're going to let it all go out, you go to the community page or you go to Casbot's video. But now that you guys both have brought this out, you see Casbot's video on the community page, everything is going out. Click on it. The only person that put it out on a public forum was BBT. She said that, right? And then she said that...
I mean, and I don't hear you talk like that to anybody else. And
in there is the link. But I want you to know that, okay? And then you see for yourself. It's not the way it's being played. I do value. I really try to do the right thing.
Call about somebody that hurt you and your friends?
Faced with a choice, I want to make the right choice.
Have you ever vented to somebody on a personal?
Listen to me. I just want you to know when you hear this crap.
What kind of person is going to sit there and
right here, Carolyn recently has, Carolyn has been raising money for different, it's called charitable donations, whatever she says she's going to raise money for. For example, last year, or I don't even know when, I guess last year, she raised money she solicited donations, okay, for playground equipment and a bench for Amber's 5 kids that were killed by her ex-husband, Tim, okay? Unfortunately for her, she went into her live stream and relentlessly, directly, her and Amber, blamed me, okay, because allegedly the school, which I did contact the school, I can't talk about it, the results or what I heard, she absolutely directly accused me of acting like I was her, so that it ruined the school didn't want the donations. Where'd the money go? Where'd the money go? She also collected donations for her attorney for when she came to Big Bad Boston, okay? Her big, bad, vicious attorney that she didn't get, okay? And I know she didn't get one. She never planned on coming. She even got dressed and went live early so that she could